get your attention. Be down with the seat. Double I-O-I-O with the flow. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Alexa off. And we're live. We're live. Hang on a second. Oh. Yeah, I don't even know if you call this a podcast. It's more of a Q&A, would you say? It's a Q&A, right? We'll see where this goes. I don't know. I've had a couple bottles of wine so far this evening, and it just seemed like the right thing to do. My face looks like a cherry tomato. That's how you know it's good. Wanted to hop on here, though, and also invite. We got this phone right here. I'll keep looking at it. Wanted to invite some of the Instagram peeps on here to, well, voice your opinion, ask questions. I don't know. Who knows what we're going to talk about? I mean, this could go on for 2 hours. So I have a story. I have a backstory that I want to tell. I want to tell about my experience getting lucky enough to go and stay and play at John Daly's house. I want to tell that story. I want to talk about how that went down for me. Bucket list item, obviously. Daly is the goat of goats. He's still alive. He's still with us. His beard is majestic. And I want to kind of tell the backstory about how that happened, how that came to be. Thanks, Instagram, how that went down. But first, I'd like to start off with some questions from you guys. So hopefully it doesn't take too long. Use your little fingers and type something out. Let's take some questions here from the audience. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. What the fuck is that? Babe, don't play music. I'm trying. This is very serious right now. Let me get a little sip here. Cheers. Oh, man, we're going to ask golf questions. Okay. What new wedges did you put in play? Got the new Callaway Jaws wedges. The Jaws wedges are in play right now. They're really good. Whispering sounds sexy, and I've seen a lot of guys do podcasts. If you talk like this, it's way better. You look like John Daly's fat son. Okay, yeah. You have hair 3/4 of the way back on your head, and you've left it long in an effort to act like it's still there. Let's talk about that. Hey, come at me, dog. Why don't you smoke weed? Fuck CBD. I can't smoke weed, bro. It's not for me. I can't. I'm not a weed guy. Tried it back in the day. Gave it a good chance, to be honest with you, and it just makes me paranoid, incapacitates me, bodily function melts down. I can't do anything on it except worry. So, not a fan of the marijuanas. You think you'll ever get to play Cypress? Yes. What do we got here? Got a couple vapes tonight. We'll go over the vape situation. Shout out Snow Wolf. You guys know Snow Wolf. They used to make serious mods if you're into that game. If you don't, you're like, what the fuck is a mod? Well, Snow Wolf was kind of a leader in the game, and now everybody's doing the disposable thing. I went to a smoke shop yesterday, actually, and I walked in, and then soon after, there was a line of 25 college kids behind me, and every single one of them, they're all buying these disposable vapes. And I get it. These are delicious. You smoke them for 3 or 4 days if you really rip the shit out of them, and then you throw it away. It's beautiful, and they're delicious. Put out a nice cloud. So Snow Wolf, and then we got Lost Mary here, cranberry soda. The Snow Wolf is grape, but have I played the Trump course in LA? Yes, twice. Oh shit, badass golf course. The Trump course in LA is something else, man. Almost every hole is visible with the ocean. It's super tight. And both times I played it, it was in PGA Tour shape. I mean, it was absolutely pristine. So it was awesome. Buttsy had me in for a moment to hit a bourbon chug. Okay. Zach, we're not doing that. We're not doing guests tonight. Well, fuck it. I mean, okay. You know what? Let me do it. Who cares? This isn't scripted. There you go. I sent you a request, you big weird fuck. You look like Seth Rogen with a big alcoholic problem. Here we go, bud. Turn the camera around. Oh my God. None shall pass. Look at him. Look at him, dude. What up, Gandalf? What are you doing, man? Mm-hmm. Yeah, babe. What kind of bourbon are we about to chug? Oh, oh, okay. Oh, there he goes. And there he fucking goes. That is. Oh, there's the. Oh my God. Good for you, man. Oh, how you doing tonight, bro?
Doing well, Buttsy.
Yeah, just a little Friday for you. Of course, man. We talk a lot. I talk to a lot of my followers on Instagram. I feel like I have about. Dude, thank you, man. That's and that was a hell of a chug. If you're a real man, you'll do it again. I don't want to send you to the hospital tonight, but well, I mean, maybe one more for the people.
One more for the people?
Yeah, give them one more. You know, maybe eat that cigarette after. Okay.
We didn't even put the cap on yet.
No, yeah, give one more. Yeah, it's $400. Who gives a fuck? Hangover or cries. Here we go. Give him a push, dude. There we go, my man. You literally look like you're filming a medieval movie right now. Like, you even got firelight and shit. It's like you're in a cave right now, and the king's about to walk in. You have a talk with him. All right, dog. Well, I'm not sure.
Right now.
Yeah, you're in Florida?
In North Carolina.
Oh, it hit landfall there, right? Category 1 or whatever. It's raining pretty hard.
So, Buttsy.
Yeah, bro.
We're gonna get you out to Quail Hollow sometime this year.
Okay. I would be honored, man. I would love to meet you. Come hang out. I'm not staying at your place unless you got doors to lock. I'd be happy to do that at that point because I don't know what's going to happen after you chug half a bottle of bourbon.
My doors don't lock, but I have plenty of firearms.
Okay. Well, that's good. After you just chugged half a bottle of fucking whiskey, I'm excited, man. You know what I'll do is I'll put a bunch of rubber cement in my butt cheeks and we'll be good. How about that? What? What are you talking about? So what I'm not sure is I don't know how to quit you. How do I quit you?
I'll just leave.
Okay. All right, dude.
But send one to me for Pat Perez.
I will do it. I will send you one. I'm drinking wine, dude. I'm on the baby mode tonight, so I'm into that. Cheers to you, brother.
Tell Pat Perez.
What am I telling? What do you want? What do you want Pat to know? Say it again.
Tell Pat Perez I need to come to Vegas for a cookout.
Okay. All right. I will tell him that this guy on Instagram that has a great bourbon collection is coming to Vegas for a cookout. I'll let him know that. I'll definitely let him know. All right, dog.
Cheers, buddy, man. Thanks for having me.
Oh, dude, thanks for being here, man. We talk a lot, so happy fucking Friday, and you enjoy yourself, and I hope that you don't wake up feeling terrible. All right, man. See you, bro.
Later.
See you. God, I'm shining. I got way too much sun today. Anyways, any more questions here before I get into the story? Anybody? Okay. When am I doing a golf match with Kyle? That probably needs to happen. The problem with doing a golf match with Kyle is that Kyle's the one that films everything. He films and edits it all. He's out there with a boom mic. Granted, his boom mic smells a little weird, and we don't really talk about that. I don't know why. But, yeah, I mean, I'm sure we can make that happen. He's more into the entertaining aspect of me playing against fucked up people with a whole lot of anger pent up inside them, and then it gets me going. Yeah, so big thanks. Oh, dude, thank you, bro. Thank you, man. You're on the pod, too, so we'll definitely do a shout-out for you. Would you take on Rick Shields? I would fucking love to play that limey fuck in a match of golf, okay? This guy, I met him before. I met him at the PGA show like 5 years ago. He's got British teeth, all right, and I would just love I would love nothing more. I would just grab him by his beard and pull him really close and whisper in his ear about how bad I'm going to beat the living shit out of him on the golf course. So to answer your question, yes, I would love to play Rick Shields. Mr. Master Reviewer himself somehow became the pinnacle of golf equipment. Yeah, I would love it. That Nancy. Whew. When are you getting your sauce into Australia? Probably never. Okay, you guys were beating people for not wearing masks. I don't think I want my sauce there. No offense. It was pretty bad. Let's see. Rick can't fuck with 1776. No, he cannot. He cannot. And, you know, Rick, if you ever fucking see this, I doubt that you will. Somebody tag him in it. I better. What fuck's he too bad? Fucking everyone say, shut the fuck up, Rick. Insta let you back on live. Finally. Yeah, finally. Do you have a real job or do you just do Instagram stuff? I have a real job. I have a very, very real job. I moonlight. I do this. This is a character. This is a thing I do on the side for fun, for free golf shit, for a few extra bucks to buy guns with. Otherwise, unlike some of these people that have dedicated their whole life to being fake fucks and putting out videos on here, this is a hobby that I enjoy doing. I hop on here when I can to try to entertain you guys and somehow paint the picture of reality in a world where everything is a facade. I have a real job, man. This is not my shit, for sure. How many Breachers custom guns do you have? Rifles. Fuck, I think I got like 7 of them now from Breachers. I got about 4 other ones, and then about better half of 30 handguns, all pimped out. I have a problem. It's probably why I still live in a condo, to be honest with you. There's about $100,000 in the safe worth of guns. Priorities. Don't look at me like that. My girlfriend's sitting right in front of me. If you could not ask me questions like that incriminate me, I would appreciate it. Anyways, who's your least favorite influencer? Kurt, I'm not going to answer that. I'm not going to out anybody because you can't do that. You can't talk shit. I mean, except for Rick Shields because he lives across the sea. I'm not going to badmouth anybody here tonight. Everybody's out there trying to get a buck. Now, doing this as a career, some of these guys have, I won't name names, but they've lost their way a little bit. They're way too fucking into themselves. Okay, you're not a fucking Hollywood comedian or actor. You shoot 100 and you're kind of funny. Okay, and that's all I'll say about that. All right, but selling your soul on here to make a living off fucking social media, which we don't know. I mean, this app could disappear tomorrow. I just don't get it. Do you have any Daniel Defense or Bravo Company? Yes, I do. I have 2 Daniels. Big fan of Daniel Defense. They make a very nice rifle, for sure. What's this one? What we got here? Winking Owl. I think we got this for like $3 at a Mexican grocery store down the street called Aldi. Yeah, I don't know. Shh. Opinion of TPC Scottsdale as far as playing the course. I don't know, man. If you play a lot of golf out here, it's okay. That's what I would say. When you're from here, being a local, it's not the best layout. It's not even close to the best layout. It's more the lore and the fact that they host the event there and people like to go out there and play the 16th hole, especially when they have the grandstands kind of set up. But from a golf perspective, there's 800 other golf courses here that I would rather spend the money to go play, especially when TPC is $300 in the wintertime. I would rather spend that money at a lot of other places. There's way better golf courses than TPC Scottsdale. And hopefully they're not watching this because I'd really like to go out there for free at some point because that's what I do. Worst golf course you played in Arizona? Whew. Yeah, it's the worst golf course I've played in Arizona. It's a catch-22 for me. It's kind of a soft spot because it's where I learned the game. It's where I had a junior pass for several years, And I walked it and played fucking 36 holes a day as a young man. I started playing golf when I was about 12 years old, and that would be Greenfield Lakes Golf Club. It is an absolute fucking trash heap. Okay? Like, they have ponds out there, and every time you play there, there's like 300 dead fish on the side of the ponds because they can't even stand fucking swimming there. All right? It's so fucking bad. It is such a fucking tire fire dump pit shithole. Why are you laughing? It's true. You played it. You got lost out there because somebody stole the tee markers.
You told me to go there.
Oh, Chin was terrible for me as a ready drawer of the ball. Fuck that place. Thoughts on Top Golf? Wow, that's a troll. That's a troll. You know how I feel about Top Golf. Now, here's what I'll say about Top Golf. I may go to Top Golf on Sunday because they have good brunch food, and I don't even want to hit a shot. I just want to sit in that bay because it's going to be nice enough outside to do so, and kick my feet up and have about 600 mimosas and 2 Bloody Marys and maybe some extra bacon on one. I might do that. Otherwise, Top Golf is a fucking sham. It is a bowling alley. It is a shitty bowling alley. You got shit clubs, even shittier balls. And if you spend any amount of time there, you're not getting out of there for less than $200. Okay, and that's with like 3 people. Now, that's not terrible. Oh well, you go here, and that's that's very similar cost to what you would do otherwise. It's not where I would spend my money or openly and actively go as a golfer to have fun. You know what's more fun than Top Golf? Going to a range with grass, getting 2 large buckets, putting some clubs down, turning some music on, throwing a fucking 8-pound chew in your lip, and letting it rip and having some fun. Anyways, moving on. Next question. Am I going to play PGA 2K? I'm going to give it a shot because the last fucking iteration of that, the last game that came out, was the biggest pile of shit I've ever seen. I can't believe people played it. I paid money for it. I was very mad. I played 2 rounds on it and fucking, let's just put it this way. I sent emails. I looked up support and I said, hey, I don't know. I want my money back. Like, is that possible? Because this fucking game sucks. Is Top Golf like playing off the mats at the golf? Yeah, it is. You're hitting off mats, and that shitty little ball pops out when you fucking put your club over the little sensor, and then there's all these fucking idiots that never played a golf a day in their life standing around going, that was a great shot, Tim. I'm so fucked up, I might jump into the net in front of the fucking T-ball. Ha ha ha. Get me the fuck out of here. This place sucks. Except their chicken egg rolls, though. They got like these little Southwest rolls. And they show up and they look kind of like sushi. Those are pretty good. It's a huge waste of money. But, from a marketing perspective, fucking hats off. They've done a great job. Because there's a line of idiots out the door to do that for recreation on a Saturday. So, what's your best score last 10 rounds? Last 10? 68. I shot a 68 at Lone Tree Golf Club against my boy Brent Grant, who shot 61 and fucking smoked me like a joint up and down the golf course. I was pretty thrilled, though. I think I made 7 birdies to shoot 68. Otherwise, it's been anywhere from that to, let's call it 85. I mean, I've had some rough days, especially on the liquor. Things happen. And then the sober golf thing, that was just a travesty. That wasn't good. What professional golfer inspired you playing golf growing up? Tiger. Like, all day. Tiger Woods. It was Tiger Woods. I'm telling you, like, from the age of 12 forward, that's when Tiger came out. He won, was it back-to-back or 3 U.S. Junior Ams in a row? The one against Steve Scott, unbelievable. And I saw that, and I was coming up in the game, and I had decided that I'm not going to play baseball anymore, and this is what I'm going to do. I'm fucking obsessed with the game of golf, and this is all I'm going to do every day. So I didn't even watch regular TV. My friends would be talking about shows. Hey, man, you see this? You watching Malcolm in the Middle? No, I'm not fucking watching that. I'm watching the Golf Channel. I'm watching Tiger all day, every day, rain or shine. trying to copy it. Like, just, it was crazy. I would play junior tournaments and, like, storm off the tee box like he did. Now, I wasn't that fast. I was a little portly, so I tried my best. They called me Bullet. They didn't call me that. But what's your dream foursome? Oh, I would like to watch Donald Trump cheat at golf. Let's see. Who else would be in that group? I like to play with Phil because I think he's like actually a dickhead, and it would be fun to listen to him shit on people all day secretly. Chris Farley, obviously. Chris Farley, one of my idols growing up as well. R.I.P. Chris Farley. Had a bit of a cocaine habit that cost him his life. Had too much fun, but it's kind of what made him who he was. He would round out that group. And then the fourth, who would that be? Somebody from the past. That's a toughie. I'm going to have to get back to you on that. I don't want to say the wrong thing because I want this to be correct. But, yeah, for sure. Anybody else? Can you play right-handed or just putt that way? Yeah, so the story with me is when I started playing golf at 12, when I fell in love with it, I was playing baseball, playing travel baseball at the time, very seriously, playing tournament baseball. And my brother was actually the golfer. He's the one that picked up golf. Now, he played baseball too, but I got into it, and I remember I went out to this, it was called Mesa Family Golf Center at the time. It was a driving range with a little shitty 9-hole course that bordered it. So I went out there with my dad and my brother, and they convinced me to go. And they're like, just come play. And I remember, I think it was like the third hole. He was playing Bullet clubs. He had a Bullet junior set. Probably cost my dad cheap fuck. It was like $20 probably for the whole set. I hit his 7-iron and I flushed it right-handed. And I think that was kind of when I was like, oh, that was fucking dope. I'm in. Like, I became instantly addicted. So fast forward, I ended up with a set of Pin Seeker TPW3s. That's Vans and Roger Dunn's in-house brand. That's their golf clubs that they sell. I bought a right-handed set. Well, I didn't. My dad did. I was a broke little fat fuck eating fucking mixing bowls full of cereal. I don't want to get into that. It's a soft spot. But I had a right-handed set, and the old man was like, well, if you're really serious about it, play with these for a couple years. Well, that lasted about 6 months, and I quit baseball, and I was hitting balls right-handed at the driving range. I'll never forget this. This old man walked up on the driving range. It was like 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, Western Skies Golf Club. I'm out there trying to, like, hit balls, don't know what I'm doing, and I had been playing baseball, but I was hitting in baseball as a lefty, even though I'm right-hand dominant. And this old man walked up with a left-handed set of Callaways. Well, he was standing next to us, and I was like, dude, I fucking play baseball left-handed. Can I just try one of your clubs out? Can I try one of them? He's like, yeah, go fucking have at it. They were like S2H2s way back in the day. For anybody that knows the Callaway lineage, that's a very old golf club. So, hang on. I fucking hit like 5 shots with this dude's clubs left-handed because that's how I batted in baseball. And I just noticed I was hitting it better, and they were going like fucking 80 yards farther. So then it was over. I'm a lefty. I gotta play golf left-handed. Like, that's it. Fast forward, I ended up with a left-handed set about 6 months later, and the rest is history. I got dropped off at 6 o'clock in the morning, picked up at 8 o'clock at night. You couldn't get me off the golf course, especially in the summertime. We were out of school. That's where I spent my time. I didn't have a phone. I'd walk to the course at fucking 5 o'clock in the morning. I'd be there all day, get picked up at night. So, yeah, been doing it for a long time. Addicted. We're talking 10, 12 hours hitting balls, playing golf. Just obsessed. You get it. Does Tiger have a future in pro golf? I'm going to say this. You heard it here first. God, my face looks shiny and red. I apologize. I would say I would put, you can bet me whatever amount you want that the GOAT will win another tournament. Will it be a major? I don't know. But he will show up. He'll sprinkle his play. Okay, he'll sprinkle like his ability. I mean, he's tired. His fucking, his right leg that looks like a fucking cane now? It looks like a deverted cane. It's like bent. Despite that, Despite that, this guy will find a way to shoot multiple rounds in the 60s and probably win at least one more tour event. I'm calling it right now. For sure. I'm calling it right now. 100% the GOAT will win at least one more event. Now, that's being subtle. Really, what I think is he will win another major and probably a couple more events before he actually never tees it up again. Mm-hmm. And all you have to do to believe that sounds crazy. Well, I mean, all you got to do is take yourself back, go on YouTube, and start at the beginning. And that will load your brain up pretty quickly. You only have to watch like 10 events. Now, this guy won more. I mean, he's number one. The stats are astronomical. But what that guy's got in his head in terms of confidence and his ability to get it done, he might win another tour event from a fucking wheelchair. That's all I'm saying. After you know what Tiger's done, especially if you're young and you didn't grow up watching him, I did. The amount of magic that this guy displayed, right when it needed to happen. Like, we need a chip in to win. We need a chip in to tie. We got to make this fucking 40-footer on 18 to win. It happened so many fucking times when it needed to. You could almost, like, back when you were watching it, you could almost count on it. You could almost count on it. And anybody in here that's old enough to remembers that, yeah, for sure. Have to spend 24 hours with all the weird golf influencers or 24 hours at Top Golf. 100% fucking put a bed at Top Golf. I've been down this road. I've been doing Instagram for like fucking 7 years now, maybe even longer, or maybe a little less than that, actually. But after going to all these events and thinking I was somebody and like fucking getting invited, yeah, we want you to come play in our event. We'll pay for your flight. We want you to play. And then you fucking meet up. Oh, dude, who are you? I'm this trick shot guy. Well, who are you? I dance. I do dances. I mainly do dances, and I'm here because I'm a really good dancer, and I got some really big tits, and you know, people like me. And I let's just say there's some cool people I've met along the way that are still my friends to this day, borderline brothers. But there's way more that are just like, dude, like, you really fucking think you're somebody because of this? Like, get the fuck out of here. Are you serious? So, yeah, to your point, I would rather live at Top Golf for an hour. Or, no, I'm sorry, 24 hours. Yo, at Fat Perez would be great. I like that dude. I saw he just threw up in his last video. That was great. Fat Perez is really fat, and I respect it. How much time? What are we at on time? 28 minutes? Really, already? I didn't even get to tell my fucking story. You guys want me to tell this story or what? Cook something, Buttsy. How's it feel being friends with Perez? See, a lot of people ask me that. It's just a fucking, I don't know, it's like being friends with your friends. How's it feel being friends with your friends? You know, it's the fucking same deal. You know, the only thing is the guy's got a bunch of fucking money and he's done really well for himself. But when you hang out with Pat, that's not, like, it's not about that. No, I've asked him that. We stood on his patio. I said, dude, can you believe this? What you got? And he's like, fuck, I can't believe it to this day. I mean, to this day, I can't believe that I have this. Like, I have this life. But I don't give a fuck about that. I don't care what he's done. I like him as a human being. And I've had some very deep conversations with the guy on multiple nights, very blacked out drunk or borderline blacked out drunk. And it's just another dude, man. It's just another fucking guy trying to live life, likes rock music, wants to fucking talk about things, political, whatever. It's just like you and your buddies standing on the porch. There's nothing like extra, and that's what people don't understand. Stop like sucking these guys off. That's what they don't want. The people that have money and that are famous and that play sports and do all this shit, that's the last thing they want. I'm not a fanboy. I'm my own person. I don't fucking go out and suck these dudes off. I don't fucking watch people. I respect what he's done, but more than anything, he's just a cool dude that I happen to meet, and he happens to play golf for a living. So just joined and confused. What are you confused about? Your sexuality, or is that going on tonight? You've had a lot to drink. What do you want to, like, what do you mean you're confused? Long-time listener, first-time caller, just dropped in to say, love you, and you're looking like a thick Fred Durst. Bro, I'm like, my face is so red. I really am. I am thick right now, though, dude. Look at that. Treat them right, they'll grow. Just eat meat all day and lift as much weight as you can, and then drink too much, and this is what you look like. Yeah. I don't know if it's really desirable, but I feel good. How's it feeling? How's it feel being a normal human? That's really good. And it has actually hurt me. I've noticed lately with the Instagram golf thing and being an influencer. I'm a fucking influencer. I influence. Okay. It's hurt me lately. Most people are lost in this clown world, this fake bullshit, and they're into content and people that are just absolutely fudging. Like, it's just not real. It's like low budget porno films. It's like they suck so fucking bad. They don't know how to play golf. And the comedy is lackluster. I'm watching it going, how the fuck is this? And people go, oh, you sour, man. You just sour because it's not you. No, I'm really not. I don't give a fuck about this. I have a whole life outside of this. And that's the greatest part. If you met me in real life, you would know in about 5 minutes. You'd be like, oh, well, that whole thing's kind of, that's just a deal, huh? And I'm like, yeah, dude. It's not real life. This is not, like, don't take this shit seriously. Nobody on here is telling you the truth. They're not being themselves. I can tell you that much. That's 100% a fucking fact. They're putting on a show, and that's what I said. It's a cheap show. It's like a fucking cheap porno. It sucks. They suck. It's not even worth what people are like, oh, did you watch that guy, man? He had this funny video. And people send me videos. I'm like, I'm not even going to watch its shit. It sucks. Anyways, next question. I don't want a cookie right now. Are you eating a cookie? Those were bomb and shit, though. Those were good cookies. I ate one at like midnight last night and shit my brains out all day because of it. I don't think you fucking cooked the eggs. Be honest with you. Anyways, got a few viewers in here. What's going on, guys? What am I drinking? You really want to know? It's fucking embarrassing. So I've been trying to save money. We're on a budget right now. Because, well, the next goal is to be able to fucking put a bunch of cash down and buy a dope crib. Get out of the condo. Got everything else. Everything else is solved. Got a cool car. Got a couple of cars. And I want to get into a house. So I've been living cheaply in other aspects. Kind of. Not with food, obviously, because, you know. That's right. You got to fucking sprinkle some food on those bad boys. But we're drinking. I'll show you this here. Winking Owl. Now look that up. They probably sell that in Mexico for $1.50 a bottle. I found it for $2.95 a bottle, less than $3 bottle of wine, not a real cork. Let me tell you, it's got the job done. Look how fucking red my face is. I look like that fucking fat kid in Willy Wonka. Nah, Mr. Beast sitting live humble. Oh yeah, no, fuck, dude. There's no other way to live. I mean, look, dude. There's no reason to take this too seriously, or life for that matter. And I've been guilty of that. A lot of people don't like that about me. I don't take life very seriously. I never have. Why? Well, it's too fucking short. You know, what are you all gung-ho and bonered out about? Oh, that guy's got 10 million and that guy's got $10. I'm going to fuck with the guy with 10 million, man. That's all I care about. I want to be around people that have stuff, man, and like, you know, my status, and I want people to think I'm cool, and I want people to think that I know people and I have money and I'm so cool. Well, why do you have money? What are you doing this for? You doing it so people like you? You want people to respect you? You're cool because you're rich? People got it all wrong, bro. They got it all fucking wrong. That's not what it's about. I'll tell you why I want to make money. I've said this for a long time. There's one reason, and you're going to hate me for this, babe, but there's one reason I've always wanted to make money, and that's just so I can drive faster. Mm-hmm. That's the only reason that I've ever been driven to make an extra dollar. Otherwise, I'd probably be working at a cart barn, fucking getting by and playing golf and drinking and living life until I fucking croaked. The only reason I want to make any money is because I want to have a dope garage and I want cars that can fucking accelerate my fat body to 200 miles an hour very fast. Well, if you want to do that, if you like those things, then you're going to have to make some fucking money. Okay, All right, well then let's try to make some money. All right, cool. So that's it. Wait. Let me scroll back down here. What'd you say, Pimp? The goal in life is to fucking get to a point where you got a house and a golf cart and you got a good 20 years where all you do is get in that golf cart every day, and then one day you fucking die out there, hopefully in the golf cart with a stiff cocktail and your boys around you. That's my goal. Dream car, Pagani Zonda. That is my dream car. I don't like foreign cars. That or Shelby Super Snake. For sure. For sure. Corvette's cool. I would drive that, but I wouldn't call it my dream car. But I fucking respect it, and I would drive the shit out of it. If at some point along my journey I had the opportunity to buy one, I'd probably buy one and drive it for a few years. But in terms of dream car, yeah. John Daly. You guys want to hear the John Daly story or what? You guys want to hear it? Or you want to ask some more questions? Just let me know. You need a Ferrari. Shut up, Blake. I wouldn't even fit in a... Look at me, bro. I would look so fucking dumb in a Ferrari. All right? I would look like a fucking steroid fat sardine in a can. That would be bad. What's the story? So, I don't know if you guys remember. Some of you guys are new followers, but I got the opportunity a few years ago now. God, it has been a few years. It's been like 3 or 4 years now. But I got the opportunity to call my... Basically... I was given the chance to call my brother on the phone. He said, hey, what's up? And I'll never forget it. I said, hey, what do you think about going to John Daly's house? He's like, what? I was like, yeah, I'm not shitting you right now. What do you think about an all-expense paid trip to go play golf with John Daly, hang out at his house, party our asses off, black out with him, watch him fucking... play music all night, chill at his crib, and then head back to Arizona after a couple days. What do you think? He's like, you're shitting me. I was like, I'm not fucking shitting you, bro. I'm not shitting you. I did flip. I flipped a card on the... We both did. I almost died, but we'll get there. So one of the guys... I'll try to remember this correctly. One of the guys that drove John's tour truck because John never flew anywhere. I don't know if you guys know that. John drove everywhere. So, inadvertently, he had his own tour van, his own club workshop that followed him around in his motorhome from stop to stop on tour all over the United States. This is a true story because I saw it because I got to go tour it because it was still parked in his fucking backyard and it was still full of tour-only golf clubs from the fucking 90s. So, hear me out here. So, the guy that drove that truck, his name's Christian. I won't say his last name, but... John Daly started a beverage company back in the day called John Daly Cocktails. Okay, John Daly Cocktails. And when I started coming up on Instagram, Christian, the guy that drove that truck, well, he was kind of their rep. And he lived out here in Arizona. And he got onto my shit. And basically one day dropped off a bunch of product, a bunch of cocktails for us to try at Papago. So Kyle doesn't drink, so I took home the cocktails, and then we stayed in touch, and blah, blah, blah. Long story short, there was some other shit that went down, but fast forward, I get a call from marketing for John Daly Cocktails. And I think her name was Nicole, if I don't forget, or if I remember correctly. And she said, hey, Buttsy, we love how you're showing off the drink. We love what you're doing. You align perfectly with the brand. We fucking love you. We were thinking about running... a giveaway on your page if you'd be interested, and it would be a paid giveaway. We'll pay you $1,700 or some shit. I don't remember the exact number, but I said, yeah, what's the giveaway? He's like, well, we need you to post this whole thing and make up your own video about showing drinking your John Daly cocktail, and the best people that post the videos of them drinking their John Daly cocktail are going to win an all expense paid trip with a +1 to Arkansas to play in John's little private company tournament and stay at his house and hang out and party with John. So I said, okay, fuck yeah. That sounds great. Yeah, I'm in. So I slept on it. Well, and then I was thinking about it. I got up the next morning and I was like, well, fuck. I'm an idiot. I want to go. Like, I want to go. I want to go to this. So I call her back and I say, hey, I'm in, but how about you keep the money? You're like, can I go too? And she's like, oh, well, we didn't even think about that. Let us run it by HR, and we'll get back to you. So like 3 hours goes by, and she calls me back. She's like, yeah. We won't pay you for it, but we'll pay for your flight. We'll pay for your stay, and you can hang out with John, and you can bring a +1. So it was 2 dudes here in Arizona that actually ended up winning the actual contest. And then they let me pick a +1, and we all, as a foursome, flew out there. We ended up playing together. But yeah, that's when they call me back, and they're like, yeah, you're in. Yeah, you can do that. We'll do that instead. And I was like, holy shit. Holy fucking shit, I'm going to John Daly's house. Is this real? Is this real? At the time, today, nothing surprises me. I mean, I fucking met so many fucking famous people that I should have never met because of Instagram and whatever. It's cool. Who cares? They got money. But yeah, so that's what I'm telling you. I got to call my brother up after I confirmed everything because I needed to get his flight booked. So I said, hey, you need to call your wife, whatever you need to do. Why? I said, because we're going to fucking John Daly's house. All right, we're going to fucking John Daly's. Wait, what are you talking about? I'm not stuttering, Jer. You and I are going to John Daly's house. We're going to play John Daly's shithole golf course, which is called the Lion's Den, out in the middle of the back country of fucking Arkansas. So they fly us in to Little Rock. We fly into Little Rock. We're there with a couple other influencers and then these guys that won and people that work for the beverage company, and they're all a bunch of fucking degenerate alcoholics. It was unbelievable. So the first night, everybody gets fucking blacked out. We go out downtown Little Rock. Then the next day, we wake up at the Hilton. We're right downtown there in Little Rock. And there's 2 buses waiting to take us. And I don't know that this is going to, I don't know where his place is. So then we get on this bus, right? My brother and I, with 20 other people that work for the company. And obviously the people that work for the beverage company were a part of the tournament. So I met some really cool people. We get on the bus. There's fucking igloo coolers everywhere. Okay? If there was a room for 20 of us and then the other seats on this big-ass Greyhound were just filled with coolers. We got a 2-hour fucking drive to the middle of nowhere to John's house. Okay. So we're blacked out. We leave at 5:15 in the morning on this bus. We fucking show up at the Lion's Den, which is a shithole that John Daly owns. No offense, John. It's a shithole. There's cobwebs in the golf shop. There's no merchandise. The toilets don't work. Half of them are blocked off. There's no toilet paper. There's nothing to eat. But it's John Daly's course. There's sand on the greens. There's dirt in the fairways. Kind of a cool layout, though, not going to lie. So we show up at I think the bus parked at the course at 7:15 or some shit. So everybody fucking offloads the bus. We walk out. He's got a driving range, sort of. It was just a big deck with 5-inch grass on it and balls basically sitting in rough that had no dimples on them. And all right, let's warm up. I'm going out. So I hit 10 balls. I remember walking over to my cart, and I actually have a video of this. I posted it before. Well, here comes John. Here comes John at 7:30. He's on a riding lawnmower driving sideways. He's got a fucking mustard-stained Cowboys jersey on, basketball shorts from, I forget what his alma mater is there, but and a bottle of Belvedere that's half drank, and he's just fucking hooting and hollering like Ric Flair. Comes in hot. How you doing? I ran up to him. I said, Dad! I was already wasted at that point. I got a video of that. I'll probably post it again. But so then we go out. So we're sitting in our carts before we go out. He gets up there and does this announcement. Welcome to my fucking tournament. Welcome to Arkansas. You're about to have the greatest fucking day. We don't have cart paths here. Park on the tee box. Park on the green. We are getting fucked up today. And if you don't understand what that means, then you're in the wrong fucking place, partner. Okay, so everybody's fucking, yeah. So we head out. So our first hole, was, I think he might have had and 1 shorts on, actually. That's actually probably pretty accurate. But we get to the first hole, and our first hole, it's dewy out. It's morning in Arkansas at this fucking shithole. And it's 185 yards downhill, straight downhill. The green looks small. It's so far downhill. So I'm drunk already. I look at my brother. I'm like, well, he said park on the tee. you know. So we're all getting ready to go, and then he blows this horn, and I look around, and there's a tee box behind us for another hole. Well, that's where John's posted up, so he's watching us. So we hit our shots, and I look at my brother, and I was like, all right, let's go. So we take off down the hill. All right. Now, it looked like a steep grass hill, but what we didn't see, okay, you couldn't tell from that high up, was that there was 2 or 3 repeating berms in the hill that were about 7 feet tall, covered in grass. So we get going about 35, 40 miles an hour on this wet grass, and suddenly see, as we're going down towards the green, these big hills. And as soon as I saw it, it was too late. And my brother's like, oh my God, hit the brakes, which was the worst idea ever. I hit the brakes. The cart fucking goes sideways. We get into a skid. Jared jumps out. The cart tags him as it starts to flip in the back. He falls down. He's okay. I stay in the cart as it flips like 3 fucking times in the air after it hits this thing like a jump. My back goes into the fucking roof of the golf cart. And before I know it, like I'm just left in a mess like 50 yards later at the bottom of the hill. I still had my drink in my hand and a lit cigarette. And John comes down there. My brother comes running over. Oh, my God, are you okay? And I was like, I think so. I'm so drunk already. I don't know what's going on. So we flip the cart back over. We walk up the hill, pick up all of our golf clubs and everything that flew out of the cart. Then John comes down. He's like, did you just flip one of my... I just got these fucking golf carts, man. These are brand new, dude. What in the actual fuck? And then he's like, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I think I'm okay. Well, there was actually another dude that day that flipped a cart and had to be air evac'd out at the party at night. True story. So we play golf all day. We get in the bus, and then John has a house on that course about 2 miles back in the woods in the middle of Fucksville. Like, there's no other homes for miles and miles. Nice little mansion, brick mansion back there. He's got his name in the bottom of his pool. He's got a Diet Coke machine on his patio next to where he sits. So we roll in. There's John, and I ran out of cigarettes. I remember this. And I walked up, and I was just like, fuck it. I'm just going to go sit by him. So I went and sat right in front of him. I was like, John, can I get one of those Marlboro mediums from you? And he's like, yeah, man, fuck yeah. How you doing? Now, he didn't know I was from Instagram. He thought I was like a real life comic. He's like, I heard you do comedy stand up, man. Like, good to have you here, dude. That's so awesome. So I just went with it. He gave me a kiss on the cheek. I grabbed a Diet Coke out of there. And then they had all these fucking John Daly beverage coolers set up all over the backyard. Then the sun starts going down and this team comes in and starts setting up like a fucking concert stage. Next thing I know, we're sitting in John's pool. He's got his squad up, and he starts fucking just jamming, playing music for like the next 3 hours. I leave. His daughter takes me into their house with my brother and a couple other people and takes us on this tour of his house. So now we're in John's house. This place is a fucking museum. Like, John could have $1 in the bank. He's got $10 million worth of memorabilia. Every square inch of his house is lined with this shit. Everywhere, signed memorabilia. Everywhere you look, John Jr.'s room. We went into his room, which, by the way, he doesn't sleep in his own house. He sleeps in his bus in front of his house. He's got this beautiful 4-pronged bed with a fucking hot tub. He had the putter from Happy Gilmore sitting up against his dresser, the fucking hockey stick putter, the actual one signed by Adam Sandler. Secretariat's whip, B.B. King's guitar, Elvis's guitar. There's a band room with 500 musical instruments, all autographed, with cheetah fucking carpet on the floor. Fuzzy Zeller's Wilson tour bag, Bud Light, like just the coolest shit. Like, the place was literally, and I mean this, a fucking museum. And I was just in awe. Now, I have all those videos on my phone. I have them. And I actually posted it briefly, like a montage of the walkthrough of his house. And then his agent called me and said I had to take it down because it was like personal stuff and like people would rob him and shit. But I have all those videos. Sometimes I go back and watch it and it's like, holy fuck. So fast forward, we're done with the house. Now it's like 11 o'clock at night. Everybody's fucking wasted. John's out there. Mama, I can't hit my wedge no more. He's like singing. And my brother and I looked over at him and I was like, can you fucking... I mean, I'm soaking it in, right? I'm like, I looked over at him and I was like, can you even fucking believe? I started doing this Instagram shit. We are in John Daly's backyard right now in Arkansas together watching him blacked out drunk fucking jam with a bunch of other cool people, and we just played his golf course. Can you fucking? And he's like, dude, I fucking. So that's kind of the story. That was when he hurt his knee, but definitely, if I had to say, it is one of the cooler things that I've gotten to do as a result of spending my time being a fuckhead on Instagram, for sure. It almost makes all of it worth it and then some. And that's not even like, there's so many other stories that people. I mean, I have gotten to meet so many fucking cool people and do so much cool shit because of the effort that I put into being an idiot on here over the years. But that takes the fucking cake. So anyways, that's the John Daly story. I hope you guys enjoyed that. There's a lot more to it. Live golf? Yeah, 100%. Huge fan of live golf. Love that it's disrupting the game. Love the idea that professional golf will eventually be like baseball and football, and the top, most entertaining, most skilled athletes will end up being the ones that are paid. And I think what I like the most about it, I love the Phoenix Open for the fan experience. And it sounds like what Live Golf has done is replicate that fan experience. I'll be a little bit more mild, but they've created events more for the people. We're not just fucking sucking these dudes' hammer on tour. There's 1,000 tour players. They're so good at golf, but they have no personality. They're not entertaining. I don't care what you shoot. I don't want to go out and watch a fucking robot all day. And I like that Live has disrupted that. That's what I would say about Live Tour. And you can say what you want about what they shoot or not trying or they're getting paid too much. Motherfucker, these guys, the PGA Tour is making as much money off professional golfers as other sports are making off their players. It's about goddamn time that these guys got paid for their effort. Straight up. Barry Bonds is not the best baseball player of all time. He just hit the most home runs. That's all. That's all I would say about that. For sure. What do you guys think? I mean, fuck, what do you think about Live? It's funny that any of you even have an opinion. I don't even have an opinion. I mean, really, like, why don't we just sit back and watch what happens? Who are we to sit here and be like, oh, it's against the tradition? You don't fucking play on tour. You didn't spend your heart and soul and every dollar you got to get out there and play on the PGA Tour and then have this opportunity. Like, how the fuck do you even have an opinion about this? And people just want to bitch to bitch. I'm convinced people want to feel like they're a part of something. It's just like I was in the locker room at the gym the other day, and I'm listening to these dudes almost fight each other over their fucking football teams. Well, no, we got to put him in. We don't got to put him in. He ain't doing shit forever. What do you mean we? What do you mean we got to put him in? What do you mean we? You don't fucking play for them. You're not a coach. You're nothing. You don't play for the team. You don't know what the fuck's really going on. What are you talking about? That shit baffles me with sports. It's idiots that align themselves, and it's just, I guess it just makes you feel good. So, yeah. Live is so good for golf fans, and, you know, they had to spend all this money up, this astronomical amount of money. They had to pick people, right? They had to pick people that would come over there to build a tour. Now, what that turns into is it's going to be sexy. It's going to be sexy. You're going to have, I hate to say it, you're going to have some of the best players in the world. And whether they went there for money or not, you're going to have some of the best players in the world playing on the Live Tour. And then you're going to be watching PGA Tour events, and you're going to watch somebody win, and you're going to go, but would he have won if these fucking 10 guys were there? Tour needs to let these guys play. They need to let them back in. They need to they need to align with the Live Tour. They need to accept the fact that it exists and align with them. Straight up. That's the only way it's going to be good. And the fans need that too. I'm sick of watching fucking PGA Tour events, and now it's getting to a real thing. Like Cam Smith can't play a PGA Tour event, and he's one of the best players in the fucking world. Who's to say that he wouldn't have won the tournament? Like, and that guy's holding the trophy. Well, guess what? Did you really win? Because there's 10 really good players that weren't there, and they're not allowed to be there because the PGA Tour won't let them be free agents and play where they want and play here too. So does that take away from it? It's going to cheapen it. Bob does sports versus country club adjacent. I don't give a fuck about that. I love Bob as a person. I know who you're talking about, Bobby. I love, and I got it. My hat's off to him for what he's been able to do with himself and his shtick. Shtick is what I call it. Love it. I won't talk shit on it at all. There's a perfect example of acting and bad golf that people love. That's what that is. Would you go to live and never get to play the Masters? 100%. Putting all this emphasis on these past tournaments, you got to understand something. The only reason that these tournaments have the allure that they have, these classic tournaments where our idols and the heroes of the past played them, and it's America and this and that, is because it's the only the only game in town. So, respect to the Masters and all those tournaments like that, because they had the best players ever. There was the only game in town. There was no other game. Well, we live in a market society now where there's another tour. There's several tours. DP World Tour, Japan Tour, Canadian Tour. I mean, you name it. There's great players all over the place. And if you don't give every player in the world the opportunity via merit to play on what you call the best stage, be it the Masters or PJ Tour or whatever, then you're cheating everybody. That's what I think. That's what I think about it. I mean, and I don't think I'm wrong. I think that's like irrefutable. That's just facts. That's just 100% facts, right? Like, you're denying players that have proven themselves to have the ability to play with the best in the world. You're denying them the ability to compete against each other. And if you deny them, I don't give a fuck about money. Who cares about the money? Those guys got offered the opportunity. I'll tell you right now, what people don't understand is there are fucking 500 motherfuckers that play on tours all over the world, including the PGA Tour, that would never tell you this, but they are in line waiting for their chance to get called up, if you will, to play on the LIV Tour. They're waiting for an offer. They'll go in a heartbeat. They'll go in a fucking heartbeat. There's like a few guys that the PGA Tour has used as a figurehead to spearhead and hate on LIV. LIV is great. It's competition. That's how everything gets better. Competition. You need a rival. You need a rival tour. Step your game up. It's pretty funny how the PGA Tour hound fucking $500 million out of nowhere in an effort to compete. It's pretty funny how one of my good friends who just got on tour for the first time, had he got on tour last year, was guaranteed no money. But thanks to the LIV Tour, he signs for $500,000. He gets fucking right in his bank account right off the top because he earned the spot. He should get paid for his work in being there. And that didn't exist before. All of a sudden, he gets a check. Thanks, Phil. As much as people hate Phil, they owe him because he just put a lot of money in a lot of young kids' pockets that have worked their whole life and exhausted every dollar they have. And God, do you have any idea how hard it is to qualify for the PGA Tour? In my mind, if you qualify and you fucking go through the rigors of getting there, you can't even qualify through Q School to get on tour anymore. You got to go to the fucking Corn Ferry Tour, and you got to prove yourself there for a fucking year. And you got to play your ass off. And if you don't play your ass off, you're not sniffing anything. So if you do all that and you spend all that money and all that dedication and time and practice and effort and gym and fucking not drinking and being head to the grindstone, and you get to the PGA Tour, are you telling me you don't deserve some kind of signing bonus for your achievement? You got to live. You deserve something for at least getting there. And now they have it. So, thanks, LIV. That doesn't exist a year ago. It just doesn't exist. You might go through all that hardship and come out and have a bad fucking start to your season, and you're right back to kicking fucking rocks. And if you don't have the money behind you to support another run, then you're a fucking has-been and you end up as a teaching pro somewhere, and that's sad because there's too many guys that are good enough. Fuck Rory. You don't think he's getting paid? You don't think he's getting paid on purpose to be anti-LIV media? Come on, bro. And the guys that are bitching already got fucking 800 million in the bank. All right, Tiger saying, I turned it down. You have life, you have money for eons, and the tour made you what you are. Why don't you just embrace this? Favorite workout pump, dude. I just, I like some arms, bro. I like a good back and bi workout. That's my favorite. Get super fucking jacked out. Unfortunately, it's horrible for golf, but I really enjoy it. I just got a text message from, oh my God, Scott Huko. You did not just say that. So a guy that let me stay in his cabin a few weeks back, I just got a text from him, and it said, I just did the black light test. Impressive, my man. They were already paid. They were already fucking paid. He's self-made. Tiger don't need no live tour. He could say fuck them. He got all his accolades from playing on the tour, the only tour that existed, the only tour. But now you can say it's 3-day events. That's all going to change. The live structure is all going to change. That's just for now to accrue sponsorship, media coverage, and players. Okay? Give it time. People think it's going away. Guess what? It ain't going away for at least 4 years. The Hasty Bake got sold, bro. It's a very sad day. I actually have been in talks with them. I don't have room on my new patio. I have a miniature Green Mountain smoker out there that has kind of been, my go-to lately. I have a limited space right now, so I had to ditch the old Hasty. But I got a few more months here to stack some cash, get into a house, and they have agreed to once again unite with me in grilling brilliance. The Hasty will come back, and it will be a better model. Tiger did play worldwide. How are you going to fucking keep people from playing wherever they want? Like, think about it. I'm a really good golfer. I can pick and choose wherever I want to go play because of how good I am at golf. And if this place is going to have me and I can make that much fucking money to do it, like last time I checked, we're all trying to fucking get the bag and get enough money for our families where they don't have to worry about shit forever and their kids don't have to worry about shit. And this fucking thing comes up where you have the opportunity to do that. And people want to say, oh, it's blood money. Oh, it's blood money. Oh, blood money. Fucking cry me a fucking river. Every goddamn dollar that you make is stained with blood in some aspect. The clothes you wear from China, the Nike shoes that you buy are made by a fucking kid that's probably getting whipped if he misses a stitch, okay, in a sweat factory. Don't fucking tell me about blood money and 9/11 and all this bullshit. That's absolute fucking horseshit. That is a futile attempt by the PGA Tour to dig up, not unlike that of an election year, anything that they fucking can on the opposition to shut it down. They're throwing every lobby they can, and now you're not hearing about that anymore. They're not doing that anymore. In fact, you're getting to the point where I think in my prophecy, like what I would say in the next 6 months, you're going to see a union. And Greg Norman even structured the fucking tour, the live tour, to comply with the FedEx Cup. He literally set it up so that their events revolved around the biggest events on tour so that these guys could still play the biggest, most meaningful golf tournaments so that we had the most competitive golf in the world on the stage that we want to watch it on. It's the PGA Tour that said, fuck, no, I don't want to do it. Bullshit. I'll probably live in Chandler, man. Living over here again. I lived here for a while when I was younger, and I've been back over here now. And, I'm too old for the Scottsdale scene. I think it would be a nice house here in Chandler for a few years, and then catapult up if I found a way to get into some large money, and then I would go North Scottsdale, kind of like up where the Perez, where the Colt knows, where all those boys are. That little spot in North Scottsdale is pretty sick, but it is a little outside my pay grade. Now, you can get some badass houses here in fucking Chandler, so that's kind of my goal. Well, no, I think we about covered it, and I'm glad that we were live the whole time. And I want to thank you guys for interacting. I hope we didn't keep it too real. That's what I was trying to do tonight. I'm fucking drunk, And I probably said some shit I shouldn't have, but that's okay. That's what I'm about. I'm not sorry. Anyways, I think we're going to cut it here soon. Did you guys enjoy it? Was it good? Did you enjoy it? Because I'm debating on. Last time I pooped my pants was yesterday. I actually did shit my pants yesterday. A little hot coral dropped off there in my pants. It was. I've gotten to a certain age where I thought I could trust it. It's that fart that you probably shouldn't. And, well, we went a little overboard. And I caught it in my cheeks. Okay. It didn't touch fabric, but it was definitely there. I immediately went to a bathroom, and I was like, thank God I got some big old fat butt cheeks to stop this thing, because it was a real shit. So that happened. Thanks, man. Yeah, thank you guys. So I think babe, I think we're gonna post this. I think it's good. I didn't know what was gonna happen tonight. I was like, fuck it, I'm drunk. Let's hop on here, put the mic up, turn on the live feed on Instagram. I have no idea. It's not planned. Let's just roll with it and see what we come up with. So thank you guys for being here and interacting. No, it didn't touch fabric. No fabric, baby. No fabric. Caught it in the cheeks. So it felt like a bubble, and it was not a bubble. It was not air. It was actually hot shit. But these things happen. I'll admit it. You know, I think we've all been there. Right? Had a couple too many tacos, especially birria. Don't go down that road. Yeah. That's it. So, as we conclude this, again, thank you guys. I actually really had fun tonight. I think I'll do this again. Really enjoyed it. So, thanks for hearing the story about John Daly. And, well, we'll post this tonight. The audio will be available on my website at butsyworldwide.com. It'll be super simple. You just go there. You can click and listen to it if you want to. And then the audio and video, like you're seeing right here, a little bit higher quality with the camera we got set up here, will be over on my YouTube, Buttsy. So, anyways, thank you. Happy fucking Friday night. I love you. Go Crabs. Love you guys. Bye.